Good afternoon to you. You've reached the Joe Duffy audition line.
How are you, Joe?
If your story involves a household pet, press 1. If your story involves a calamitous package tour holiday experience gone horribly wrong, press 2. If your story is a bona fide tragedy and involves excruciating pain, press 3. If your story involves a long-running and ludicrous phobia, press 4. You've reached the Joe Duffy phobia line.
Hello, Joe.
Please hold while we try to connect you.
First I was afraid, I was petrified, to figure I could never live without
Come
you
on.
by my side.
Good afternoon to you and welcome to the phobia audition line.
Good afternoon,
If
Joe.
your phobia involves being inside, press 1. If your phobia involves being outside, press 2. If your phobia involves Maltesers, Milky Ways or Moro bars, press 3.
Come on,
If your phobia involves cartons of milk, press 4.
Good afternoon to you.
Hello,
You have 2 minutes for your Joe Duffy phobia audition, and I believe your phobia involves cartons of milk.
That's right, Joe, it does.
By the way, what's your name?
The name is Declan, Joe.
Declan. And what don't you like? Is it the milk or is it the carton?
Tis the cartons, Joe. I'm absolutely terrified of the
Sure.
Tis desperate.
Sure. Desperate. Is it that desperate?
It is.
Yeah, how desperate is it?
Well, I wouldn't know where to start, Joe.
Well, you're going to have to start, if you're going to come on my show and talk about your phobia regarding cartons of milk. Don't be wasting me time.
Right.
There's fellas who want to talk about the horrific fear of Maltesers.
Right.
Now, how desperate is your problem?
Well, I suppose I don't...
I mean, is this fear confined to cartons of milk? Or does it extend to other types of cartons? Cartons of lentil soup,
What?
of orange juice, cartons of Vitalinea.
Well, just the milk, Joe, really.
Just the milk.
Cartons. Yeah.
Just the milk.
Just the cartons.
And how does this fear, this enormous fear, manifest itself? I mean, do you have the shakes? Obviously, you don't have milkshakes. Ooh! You don't have... You'd be sweaty. Would you be... Do you have the tremors? Or would you have the full flight or fight response?
Well, it varies, Joe.
It varies. It varies. And where would you keep the cartons of milk?
In the fridge, Joe, normally.
Normally you keep them in the fridge.
Yeah.
So which is normally in the kitchen. So do you have a problem going into the kitchen?
I do.
Because the cartons of milk are in there.
They will.
And are they there now?
They are.
So you can't go in to get a cup of tea?
I can't.
Do you like tea?
I love tea, Joe.
It must be excruciatingly painful for you, I have to say, because you've been in effect stalked by cartons of milk.
Well, I wouldn't say that I was...
Declan, I'm afraid my listeners might think that you're a bit of a loony. I think we need another angle.
Right.
Can I just say, when was the first time you felt the fear?
Well, I was around 6, Joe, I suppose.
6, and sure, and what happened?
Well, a pal of mine in school was...
What was his name?
His name? That was Bobby, I think.
And what did Bobby do?
Well, he gave me the carton of milk because he wasn't thirsty, and he...
So he forced it on you?
Well, no, he didn't.
He effectively forced it on you. No, he did. He forced it on you. I mean, did you particularly want the milk?
No, I didn't want the milk.
So his will prevailed over your will?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
So you were in effect bullied by Bobby?
No,
yes, you were. You were mercilessly and viciously bullied by this milk monster Bobby,
Right.
who violated the trust and that has caused a post-traumatic milk carton disorder,
Joe.
which is ruining your adult life, and which you feel so strongly about that you're ringing up the Joe Duffy show in order to try and mend it.
Joe,
Yeah, and you want to do something about this, do you?
I do, Joe. I want to do something about the cartons of milk.
Sure, and I can feel your frustration, the injustice you suffered at the hands of the maniac Bobby,
But I
and the
wouldn't say that-
desire you have to address the problem and redress the balance with Bobby. You want to get even.
Well-
Thank you, Declan, you're on the show. Hold the line. Good afternoon. You're very welcome to Liveline. Declan.
Hello, Joe.
Good afternoon, Declan. You have a huge and distressing problem, Declan, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, you are harbouring murderous and psychotic tendencies and wish great violence upon a former school friend, Bobby,
Now, hold on, Joe.
whose
I don't
only
think that-
crime was to offer you some mild refreshment in the form of a carton of milk.
Joe, I think you're
Your well of
misinterpreting-
resentment is such that your murderous rage is an untapped torrent of carnage waiting to happen.
Joe, I never
and you
said
are
that.
You are probably going to inflict great
I never
harm
said-
upon
I never
sure,
intimated
sure,
for 1
sure,
second
sure,
that- Joe,
sure, no, you did.
Joe, can I get in there for
You
a
are a
second?
murderer, and you know you're a murderer, and that's why you've come on the show.
Good afternoon to you. You've reached the Joe Duffy audition line.
How are you, Joe?